Hi, Motif. I'm Celine. That's my stage name, but I go by Josie to all my friends. Um, this is a song I wrote living in Nashville. It was the very last song I wrote living in Nashville. I wrote it on mushrooms in the mountains of Kentucky. It's called Remember Kentucky, and I hope you enjoy it. Remember Kentucky, high in the clouds. They used to think of me not coming down. I used to think we were lucky. Look at us now. We dance with the bumblebee and watch the trees change color. I was just happy to be existing with you. Were you happy to exist with me? Remember Kentucky, head in the clouds. They used to think of me. I'm not coming down. I used to think we were lucky. Look at us now. Look at us Thank you guys. That's my first song for you tonight. I wrote this song actually when I first moved to Providence. I moved here without anybody. I didn't know anyone. I honestly don't think I would have survived had I not met this person. I think you guys have met her. She volunteered with me once. Amaya, she's the sweetest. But this is Amaya's song. I love her. Took me for a spin.
she's way too smart, 'cause she reads Joan Didion. Doesn't even go outside, know the names of the streets of the city she's living in. What you gonna make of life if you haven't seen it? Fall in love with a boy who says words when he doesn't even know their meanings. Time keeps slipping away again. Why do things keep on changing? And has it already another summer's end? It's time to retrace my steps. We're gonna clean this mess together. Ooh, I will love you forever and ever and ever. I will love you forever and ever and ever. I will love you forever.
Thank you, guys. That one goes out to Maya. Okay. I wrote this song kind of about a complicated relationship with my mother, who I love, but she had addiction issues my whole life, and that makes an uncomfortable relationship. But this one's for my mom.
The drive home wasn't half bad. Not really as scary as some that we've had. I'll take a moment to just breathe and laugh, thinking how funny is the love that I have. I wonder if she'll remember in the morning. that we had. I'll take a moment to just breathe and laugh, thinking how funny is the love that I have.
Thank you, guys. All right. I wrote this song in Nashville.
Shoes scattered across the floor. I don't live here anymore. A ghost in my home house. Tell me a story, I'll tell you one of mine. Reminiscing of a time when the world felt a little lighter. You need a light. Hold on, I think I've got a lighter. If you want it anytime, call me up and I'll call you mine. For you, I can spare the pain. I just don't want you to forget my name. My new life begins at dawn. Soft orange light at the window of my front lawn reminds me there's a finish line. Before you know it, time's gone flying by. I've always said I still want to learn. All the records you spin till they burn. You need a light. Hold on, I think I've got a lighter. And if you want it anytime, call me up and I'll call you mine. For you, I can spare the pain. I just don't want you to forget my name. Sending in the Calvary for a girl who sounded just like me. I wonder where the difference lies. Maybe it doesn't, baby. Maybe it just hides. And if you want it anytime, call me up and I'll call you mine. For you, I can spare the pain. I just don't want you to forget my name.
Thank you, guys. How many more do I have time for? One or two? 5 minutes? Okay, I can do that. Okay. This is another song for my mom. She was born in Appalachia, Pennsylvania. My pappy was a truck driver. He actually gave me my first guitar. He pulled it out of the attic. He used to play at truck stops with it. And my Grammy worked at a factory stuffing springs into mattresses, and my mom spent a lot of time alone in the mountains, and that makes you crazy. But the good kind of crazy. The kind of crazy I am, too. So this song's for my mom.
She hit a tape deck in the window, playing songs, comforting the widow. Got tomatoes growing crooked in the garden, bought up some land so she could pour her heart in. Had her cards laid out real flat. Pappy's going to the corner, gonna buy himself a pack. The tarot deck never lies. The tarot deck never lies to Appalachian ladies. They got friends in the mountains, they got friends aplenty. Buy yourself a good time, a nickel and a penny. Get yourself a darling, we got so many. Because the tarot deck never lies. The tarot deck never lies. The tarot deck never lies to Appalachian ladies. They got creepy crawlers hiding in their hollers, but they know they won't bother us a bit if we're nice. And we're nice, oh so nice. Because the tarot deck never lies. The tarot deck never lies. The tarot deck never lies to Appalachian ladies.
Thanks, guys. I love that one. That one's very fun. Okay, I recently recorded this song, and I'm hoping I have the balls to put it out soon.
Got no destination. I just like the drive. Got no place I'd rather be than four wheels and broken concrete, than me, you, and wasted time. Surely when I die, the flash of heaven in my eyes, babe, it's just you and I. Babe, it's just you and I. Babe, it's just you and I. For miles and 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 the sun's in my lap, your hands on my side. My jokes made you laugh. No wait for reply. The quick glimpse of heaven in both our eyes.
you guys. All right, I think that's all I have.
Hello and welcome back to Motifs Between the Notes, sponsored by Mother Earth Wellness, RA Energy, Bees Community Bar, and Mixed Magic Theater. I'm Tess Lyons here at the Parlor with Celine, who just put on a wonderful performance. How are you doing today,
I'm
Jo?
good. Do you mean that? I'm just kidding.
I really want to know how you're doing. And
I'm just joking. I'm doing very well. Kind of fighting a little bit of a cold, if you can't hear it in my voice, but...
You put on such an amazing performance. I didn't even know that a cold was happening.
Thanks.
You were doing great.
Thank you.
So you're not from Rhode Island. You're
No.
from San Diego, correct?
Yes, I was born in Pennsylvania, but my mom, we moved to San Diego. I don't even know how old I was. Young enough that most of my memorable life was in California.
Okay.
Yes.
How is it coming to the Rhode Island music scene? Because you've done some traveling.
Yes. I would say, I moved here from Nashville, so I experienced a little bit of that. I experienced a little bit of it, like San Diego, LA music scene, and I think Rhode Island's my favorite so far. I just think it's so organic, which is the coolest part about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everybody, I don't know, like everyone just wants to make music and have a good time. It doesn't feel like, to me at least, like there's not as many hang-ups, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like you see that in other cities where maybe people don't care so much about the music, but that's only like my experience.
Mm-hmm. And how long have you been here for?
It's been a year and 5 months. A year and 5 months, yeah.
So you're real fresh.
Yes,
You're fresh.
still
Rhode
very
Island.
fresh. Yeah.
Wow.
It feels like a long time to me, but yes.
How long have you been playing music for?
That's one of those funny questions because I feel like my answer is like the annoying answer, which is like always,
Forever.
since the day I came out. But honestly, I do feel like that's true. I think some of the earliest photos of me are like touching a piano. I just like always had a draw to it. Mm-hmm. It's the only thing in my life that like really makes sense to me. Nothing else like.
So you started out playing piano?
I did, yeah.
And then when did you move over to this sick electric guitar
To the
over
baritone?
here? Yeah.
Probably when my sister got one, my younger sister.
She's 22.
She is 22, yeah. I played the viola, actually played in the San Diego Youth Symphony, and I know, just had to flex on you real quick.
Just about to.
I just had to flex on you
Let
real
me
quick.
sit up straighter. Oh my god. Wait, the San Diego
Youth Symphony,
Youth
and then I
Symphony.
auditioned for the San Diego Symphony. I didn't stay in the San Diego Symphony for too long because I started wanting to do, in my head, something like edgier and cooler, which was play guitar. But I learned actually in the after-school program at my school how to play.
Shout out after school programs.
Yeah, straight up. We gotta fund these things. We gotta fund these things. Anyways.
That's what you're protesting.
No, yeah.
That's what you.
That's
stand
why
for.
I will not be wearing clothing at the Motif Awards on Monday. I'm just
She's
joking.
making a statement.
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, my sister started playing the electric guitar, and I just thought she looked so cool. So I just wanted to look just as cool as her. She was my baby sister. Like, you can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And I'm guessing that this electric guitar wasn't the one that Poppy gave you. That your Poppy gave you.
No.
That was your very first.
Yes. No, he gave me a Fender acoustic, which are like notoriously very bad, actually. Sorry, Fender. Some of them are
Sorry,
good.
Poppy.
Yeah. But it was the first guitar I learned on, and on the 5th fret it would be like ching ching and make this horrible noise, but it worked. Well, I still have it. I still love it. But it was his guitars from 1969. Super cool.
So how many instruments do you play? There's piano, there's guitar.
Piano, guitar, violin, and viola. I want to learn the bass. I just got one. And I want to learn the drums. I think women drummers are so hot.
They're so sick.
Yeah, I think I want to do that
Okay.
next.
Do you have anybody that could teach you?
What is this? Yes, I do, actually. There might be a man in my life, God forbid, who plays the drums.
And did you always think that this was something that you wanted to explore, that this was the path that you wanted to take, music?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I don't really think there was ever a question, even if it wasn't like how I made money, which I mean, it's still not how I make money, but like, yeah, it's definitely the only thing in my life that like, other than the people I love and my cats, the only thing that matters. So, yeah, at least to me.
I think that it's super interesting that even when you aren't performing or recording, you're still around music all the time. You work at Galactic Theater, which is a music venue in Warren. So how is that getting to be on the opposite end of of the music world, kind of working for a venue and seeing all the different acts that come through?
For me, it just never gets like old. Like it's never not cool. I just want to be around musicians. I want to play all the time, and if I'm not playing, like the valuable time I have, I'd rather be talking to them, or I don't know, making them drinks, or like listening to them or hearing their stories. I think that's so cool too. So yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah.
Let's see. So your last single release was Pieces of Paper.
Yes,
on
old,
Spotify.
very old.
So that was a few years ago. I know that
She's done her research.
that was 2021. Not to drop the date. And great stuff, as always. But you were mentioning that you were in the recording studio again. What can we expect? And I mean, it has been a few years. What has changed in the way that you're going about creating these songs?
Great question. Sensitive topic.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
I was like, cut it.
I'm about to cry. No, I'm just kidding. I was in the studio yesterday actually with Bradford Krieger from Big Nice, shout out. And I've been working on music with him since I moved to Rhode Island. So, I mean, I'm almost 2 years now at this point, like a year and a few months. And we have so many songs together. And he roasts me on the weekly that I haven't put anything out yet. I think for me, it's just like that perfectionist who like wants it to sound exactly how I imagined it. Or even if it's a little different, like I feel like I'm not doing the song justice. Like they're like precious to me, you know?
Yeah, you want to hold on,
yes.
take them as
Imagine
much as
writing
you can.
a book, like you, or something like that. Like I'm just saying it to that measure. Like you're just like, you care about it so much. It's like the thing that you love, and you're like, how will people, I don't know, how will people take this? And that's scary. So I think for me, I just end up not putting it out. But that is not, that's changing. We're working on that, and 2024 is year.
Change. You're so good. Well, I saw.
Thank you.
I mean, I did my research. I saw your Instagram post when you announced it, and you were very, listen if you want, all this stuff, and so nervous. And then up on stage, you were saying, if I have the balls to release it.
Yes,
so
she senses a pattern.
I'm sensing we are set up like
is
therapy.
This therapy?
Right
I was
now.
going to say, I don't know if Barbara Walters. Just kidding.
So there's that wanting it to be as perfect as possible, and also being a little bit worried about how it'll be perceived.
Yeah, I guess it's not like so much like perceived, because at the end of the day, some people will like it and some people won't. But it's just scary to think like once it's in the world, there is no taking it back, I guess. And like I wish I could make sure in my head that it's like everything it needs to be. But I've come to this conclusion recently that there is no perfect, and like all I have to do is just keep working on music. And I'm so thankful for the people I get to make music with all the time who encourage me so heavily. Without Brad and without Steven and like without these people, my sister, like I don't know, I wouldn't have this confidence. So it's coming.
It's coming. And
I like to keep the people waiting.
What can we expect? Can we get like a little description or like
of
a
the
little
songs? Let me think. I feel like it's funny because it is a little, it's not all over the place, but in my head I hear like the change in my life as I'm recording different things. I feel like I sound so young in my first recording, and I like know that's crazy because I don't know, what was I, 23, like 24, like it's not that crazy. I probably don't sound that different, but I think what you can expect is, I don't know, like it's like it's good. it's indie.
Good.
It's indie pop. It's good. Like I don't know how to describe it. I feel like every song changes. I just am grateful I get to work on music at all. Yeah.
We had texted about this, but your genre, you call it something bluesy.
Oh, I was saying shoegaze, like psychedelic shoegaze. I feel like I like lean into the Mazzy Star or the Cocteau Twins, but I don't know. I never want to like put myself in a genre.
Yeah, put yourself in like a
that's
box.
like every musician though. We're like, don't put me in a
categorize
box.
Me.
Somebody said I was pop once, and I got so offended.
Oh my god!
But you know what? Pop music is really good. Like
it is really.
I was
good,
just offended because I didn't see that vision.
It's
but
shoegaze.
Listen.
But it's not even that. It's so many things.
It is. No,
How long did it take you to find the kind of music that you like to create, though?
I think it's always changing. I'm always listening to new stuff. I'm like obsessed with this band You Bet right now. They're based out of Brooklyn. I don't know, check them out. Also, the brand Meridian, local Providence band, fantastic. I feel like I'm always listening to stuff. And I don't know, maybe that's my... my mental illness. Like, I can't stop listening to music, but
It's your drug.
yeah,
I keep it in my locket.
it's the drug of my life. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's always evolving. If I find something like, oh, the artist McKee right now, so I'm just name dropping, but these are musicians I'm really inspired by at the moment. I feel like what he's doing is super cool. Like, it's like 80s and synthy, and like, I don't know, like it's got like lots of chorus, and I don't know, my sound is always changing, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
And you're saying it beautifully.
Thank you.
So going back, so you've traveled to so many places and lived in
Yeah.
so many places, and you've wanted to pursue music throughout all of it. How did COVID impact that? Because I'm guessing, what, were you in Nashville during COVID?
I was in Nashville during COVID, yeah. I mean, it was hard because it shut down all of the venues. So at first, like, it was, you know, you couldn't go out and play. And then when you could play, it was like under certain circumstances, and that made it difficult. And then I feel like with time, like music always, in every scenario, like people need music, you know, we need music to get us through our days. I need music to get us through our days, or my day. Like,
Music really is medicine,
no,
honestly.
it is. And so I think like I think it was really good for music and bad. I mean, that's just life. But like, I think about the music on TikTok, even like how TikTok has changed the music industry, and that was like a huge thing during the pandemic. Like, I don't think we would have given TikTok as much attention had the pandemic not happened. And like, that gave a lot of like indie artists an opportunity, like a platform, you know, when people were all at home. So I was posting on TikTok. Yeah.
So many people got discovered.
Yeah.
during that
No,
time
it kind of really
through
shook up the
TikTok.
music scene, I feel like, a lot. But in Nashville, it was a little weird to play out. And I do like, it's really fun to play your songs out and see people's like live reactions, you know? And then I saw a lot of venues I loved close because of the pandemic. So that sucked. Yeah. A lot of like local venues that just didn't have enough money to stay open, you know?
How'd you stay sane during that? You were saying that you
I just wrote a ton of music.
wrote a ton, posted
Yeah.
on TikTok.
Yes, just wrote a ton of music, worked on a ton of music, obsessed about music and the world, like I think everybody did. Yeah, I'm lucky I have 2 adorable cats that kept me company.
Oh,
Yeah.
What are their names?
Chomp. I found him in a dumpster in Nashville. He's named after Noam Chomsky. We just had a little P in there.
Love that.
Chomp. And then Nova Scotia. I love her.
That's
I
adorable.
know. I got her in San Diego at the Humane Society. They were doing a COVID Black Friday deal. She was $5. I donated the rest because she was worth more than that.
How did that make the cat feel? Because it's just kind
no,
of like,
that's what I said. No, that's what I said. I was like,
$5.
here, I'm going to donate the rest of the money that
She's
she would be
easy.
otherwise, because I was like, this doesn't
Yeah.
feel right to Nova. It feels disrespectful.
Yeah.
But I call her Escangato because we got her an Escondido and she's a cat. So.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah, Escangato. Like, I think that's pretty clever.
That's really clever. I'm proud of you for that. Let's see. So you mentioned this during your performance, but how much do psychedelics influence your music?
I know I talk about it. Surprisingly, like, not that much. Like, it does and it doesn't. I've done psychedelics in my life. Surprise, surprise.
Really?
No way. I think it's like one of those things that like you can use to just kind of expand your vision a little bit. But I don't know. I've always been a songwriter, like long before I smoked weed or took mushrooms. Like,
Yeah.
I think writing is something I've really cared about my whole life. But it definitely is like it. I don't know. Have you done mushrooms before?
Yes.
On the record, she has. And
I'm
you know,
cool.
Yeah, exactly. You know how it feels. It's like emotional. So it can bring some
Yeah.
emotions forward that maybe I was keeping from myself. So that was cool, like new perspectives and stuff. But it was always there, you know.
Yeah. Kind of
Give myself some credit.
The mushrooms aren't the star here.
Yes, they are super cool and helpful. But I think I don't know. I don't think it was like. It
wasn't like an awakening to.
It was kind of, but like it's not like it. Yeah, I worked on music with or without him.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's awesome.
Thanks.
What is your songwriting process like? Because your lyrics are so beautiful,
Aw,
and I
thanks.
love how they just tell such a story.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. I don't know if you've worked with me. You know, I'm like always singing, which is like embarrassing. I feel like I always have like little melodies in my head, and I will write them down like in my checkbooks or like in my whatever. I have like paper or my cell phone. I just kind of get ideas and I like to build on like a concept. Or sometimes like it is like 30 minutes and I just like have finished a song. And some of my best songs, I feel like the ones I'm most proud of at least, are like the ones I've written in like 30 minutes, they feel so natural. I don't know. I think it's just a process I've been working on since I was a kid. I've been writing music since I can remember since I was like 12. So my first songs they're so shitty, and I still have them in my iPhone app because I've had an iPhone.
We need to go through that.
No, it's embarrassing. Some of them are so funny though. Really angsty, obviously. I use like music to cope with life. So
yeah.
If you can imagine.
And
like,
you probably
12?
were like, this is gold. This is amazing.
I really thought I was doing something.
Yeah.
I really thought I was doing something. And I think like if I had not had all of those embarrassing years, like cringe-worthy moments, maybe I wouldn't have written songs I'm like so proud of now. So
that's awesome.
yeah.
So
We've all been cringy 12-year-olds. I'm not embarrassed.
I'm a cringy 22-year-old.
Yeah,
so
same.
So you have some songs in the works. Maybe we'll see them out soon.
You
hopefully.
will. No, you will.
You will. Do you have any performances coming up or anything that you'd like to shout out?
Yes. I am going to be singing on Monday at the Motif Awards with a little band called Meridian. I have a few things coming up in my brain. My calendar, it is full, but I just can't think. I know there's one I'm very excited for, but it's not until June. I'm going to be singing at Myrtle. I'm going to be opening for Cave In.
Amazing. That's
June.
June.
Yes, in June.
Gosh.
And I have a few more dates, but
Okay. Well, where can people find out what's going on? Do you have an
out.
Instagram?
Imagine if I did it.
Yeah.
I do. Celine or Lil Josie Posey is my Instagram username. I've had it since I made it. I should probably do something about that. But Celine on Spotify, Celine on Apple Music, Celine on all of the YouTube, all of the things. And you can look me up as well on Instagram.
Wonderful. Do you have a Spotify?
I do have a Spotify, Celine on Spotify as well.
Bandcamp?
I don't have a Bandcamp, but
Then
I'm
never mind.
I'm in the works of making a Bandcamp. So maybe by the time this is out, I'll have a Bandcamp.
Yes. Okay. So maybe look her up on Bandcamp
Yeah, try it.
if you'd like. Okay. So you bartend at the Galactic Theater,
Yes.
as we mentioned.
Yes.
Do they let you jump on that microphone ever?
Yes. Not only do they let me, sometimes they force me.
They're like, you're the best we got.
Well, sometimes on Sundays, it's, they're like, get up there. Sorry, I have a cough. Do you mind if I cough really fast?
Go for it.
We can cut that disgusting phlegmy cough, right?
Tell me about that cough.
So ask me that question again so I can answer it without a cough. In my
Of course,
throat.
of course. You bartend at Galactic Theater.
I do. Yeah, and I sometimes sing there. On Sundays, actually, check it out. We have open mics. I'm the bartender, so I'll make you a mean drink, and I'll listen to you and also sing for you, maybe, if you're nice.
Serenade us.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. If you tip me, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Only if you tip.
Only if you tip, yeah.
You write such beautiful songs. What are your literary influences?
I love Mary Oliver. She's like a personal favorite. I don't know if you've ever read any Mary Oliver, but insane poet. Absolutely insane poet. She uses nature a lot as like a reference to just things that occur in our lives, She had a bad relationship with her father. I've had difficult relationships with my parents, so I feel like I resonate heavily with her. Jeanette Walls, who wrote Glass Castle. I don't know if you ever read that.
I have read
I'm
it.
obsessed with Jeanette Walls. And also Gillian Flynn. I never know if I'm going to say her name right. But I don't know. There's so many, like Otesha Moshfegh. I don't know if I'm saying her name right either. But I feel like I'm constantly reading, and yeah, reading just inspires writing naturally, I feel like.
What do you look for in writers?
I think like the way that they tell a story, maybe like the language they use. I like romantic language. I like it to be florally and like decorative, kind of like, and like descriptive, and also like when somebody can put some words to something you've experienced but you don't know how to talk about, like, and then suddenly like you have the language to use, like, oh, that describes perfectly what I've been through in my life. So like I do resonate with like female authors mainly, but I don't know, I'm also like a classic sci-fi girly too, so I lean into like Ray Bradbury, also like super inspired by his stuff, but that's because he was a true writer. He just like loved writing. He talks about how he wrote to live, and I sometimes feel like I do that too, so super inspired by Ray Bradbury also. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Thanks.
Nice. Well, thank you so much, Jocelyn, for being here. Thank you again to our sponsors, Mother Earth Wellness, RI Energy, Bees Community Bar, and Mixed Magic Theater. We are Motifs Between the Notes here at the Parlor, and thank you guys for watching. Have a good one.